Look, the cops just arrived. I had to hurry up and drink my beer up. Well, I'm at this elementary school. So what happened was, like, I don't know. Let me start from the beginning. They act like they called the cops on me again, right? And that's not the beginning. Okay, I live 3 minutes from Mickey Bright Elementary School, and I come over here at night sometimes. So it's like, I don't know, almost 1 a.m. When I came, it was like 11:30 ish. Okay. So as I approached the far end of the parking lot at the playground, one of the houses on Cole Avenue across the street, like nearest that the parking lot that I came through, but across the street on the other side, came outside, they turned their porch light on and they turned their living room lights on. And these things, this particular entity they call marsupials. Now, in the past, I witnessed them gang stalk me, but with a different vehicle. I never pay them any mind, but they were saying that they were going to allow them to hear me and that they were going to lose their mind. So this is what happened. I seen them continue to peek at me from their um, screen door. They were peeking at me, and um, I'm just watching how they're moving things around me. They said they silenced that other stuff. They said that they know that she's seriously able to put marsupials in the darkest place. So check this out. The neighbors just called the cops on me last night, and when they saw what I was going to say about that, today, maybe that influenced, the officers actually stopping. So they just rolled through and acted like they was checking me out, and took off, kept going. But anyhow, back to the beginning. So they said they were gonna let her hear me, and she was gonna lose her mind. And that's what happened. Like, they continued to peek at me, and I was having a black and mild, a wine black and mild, and they said that I was sabotaging them. They said that she was going to start getting cravings, and he was going to start getting. It was a young kid that came out and did that, and he came out onto the porch as I was entering the parking lot. Okay, and that's parallel reality sabotage. So when you exit and enter a area or a space at the same time, they try to switch the identities, claim one is the other, and this and that. Okay, so the staring or the peeking, it was peeking, went on for some time. And then the house that's directly across the street, like from the McE Bright sign, and the entrance nearest the gate of the playground, which is where I'm sitting on the playground and like the little picnic tables. I'm visible, okay? I'm out in the open and I'm visible. I don't look tucked off or suspicious, okay? So um, that house directly across the street, they were talking about she's sabotaging all of us. They're going to know that we've been lying on her And we done made all these changes with all these people. She knows every how they were when she moved to the area, and she seen them make all the changes that they made. She know we was inverting them, this, that, and the other. Okay, so they go on and on with that. And as they're going on and on with that, and they're panicking, they're also applying some of that nervous tension and anger to the identities that they're using, and it makes them react in an odd way, in a way that they'll try and get you. They'll try to root you out. So sometimes they'll act like they find you suspicious for no reason. If you can see how I'm dressed, good and fucking well. Like, I'm just saying, I'm a woman, and I don't look like I'm up to nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like, other than trying to get off and be by my damn self. Okay? That's what it looks like. It looks like I'm trying to be left the fuck alone. And, so anyhow, they come out and they sit on their porch. Like, one of them was just getting home, like, at the time that I was entering the park. So that's another. So, like, you got the driveway and then you got the gate. So one did pull that stunt when I hit the driveway. The other one pulled that stunt when I hit the gate. Okay? So, and since then they've been outside, and they were doing some street theater. You hear them slam a door? That's the first house where that happened, because now they know that I'm making a video about it. And originally I was just typing, like, and this is like later. I wasn't even gonna, pay it no mind or anything. But the more that the little things that they were doing in the street theater went on, I began to annotate some of it in my journal. So, and then they started tearing my journal up. So, like, they literally weren't allowing the keystrokes to enter the journal. They started, like, corrupting that in a way, and like, just unauthorized remote access, where they pull a lot of stunts with it and make sure you can't use it, or it doesn't function like it's supposed to. So I had to get out of it completely. And I'm just sitting here, I had my leftover Foster's beer in a little Starbucks cup, and like I said, this Black and Mild is like almost gone. So I'm sitting here, and so they keep on, they go on. There's 4 houses in between these two, okay? The one on the left and the one on the right. There's 4 houses, and both of them are on the side of Cole Avenue that's nearest Atwood. If that makes sense. They're not on the same side as the school. They're across the street from the school. Okay? So, they pull a diversion, like something to distract, because I was watching a movie. Like, I was watching The Watchers or whatever. I think they're actually going inside now. I'm telling you, these things are so weird. So look, I was watching a movie, and like, they started with the diversion first. So, like, the dogs that they have that's directly across the street, that I was walking by, and they ran up barking at him, and he was acting like he had to, protect himself and stuff. And they started yelling at the dogs. So by now how that goes. When that type of street theater is taking place, they're acting like it's being done to you. They're acting like they're yelling and screaming at you. That's the type of situation that they're orchestrating in parallel reality to steal DNA. So they're acting like the mistreatment, the yelling, the cussing was directed at you. Okay? And so I didn't pay that any attention. Like I told you, I'm over here, I'm minding my business, and I just can't. It's so much outside. Just these 2 houses. Like, they're keeping up little things. And so then they went inside and cut their life off. So look, the thing at the furthest end, it got in the truck, and it rode 4 houses down to this other place right across the street. And they were over there and they were talking, and it was getting loud, acting like it was, putting on a scene and doing something to someone. Okay? And, you know, I heard the only part that I heard or made out was her, her or him say, because I don't know if it was a her or him. It sounded like a female, but I don't know. Um, I heard her say, or her or him say, yeah, because we done had a couple of break-ins around here, but not like I just said it. Okay, we talking like ratchet ghetto, that type of tone. Like, got a problem with not knowing who's in the area because we had a couple of break-ins. Okay, and so then it backs in and it takes off, you know, and it has its lights flash shining in this direction of because it backs in, you know, and it can see that I'm obviously like my lips are moving or whatever, and that I'm paying them no mind, and it rides back to the house. It cuts the truck off again. It loses its mind, and then it comes, go back high. They yell at it as it passes and says, "Hey, turn your headlights on," or whatever. And so it doesn't go far because it came literally right back again. And then it gets back in the car again. This is the same type of disassociation type thing that I see them pull all the time on Upland Avenue, but not as extreme. Extreme in a way, but not as extreme. Um, so then it gets in the car a third time. Okay, this truck a third time, and this truck is loud. It gets in it a third time, and it backs out. It doesn't take off. It did nothing but turn around and back, like back in, and it backed all the way in where it's not visible. Okay, and just a couple minutes ago, they came back out. They turned the lights back on, and they came back out. So, um, the house across the street, you know, when they went in, they cut all the lights out, and they were trying to, you know, disassociate themselves. They continued to stay outside, and they sat on the porch, and you know, were you know, I can't hear anything any of them are saying, nor was I trying to. Okay, um, time is it? They probably told them I was gonna leave at 1. It's 12:58. That's probably why they went inside, because they told them I was gonna leave. I was planning to leave at 1 a.m. So yeah, now they're inside with their lights out, and but before that, you know, like picking up now where I started, the cops riding through. I don't know if they were if someone called and just you get what I'm saying, like you'd have to find that odd that I don't look suspicious. Last night I just got into it with the neighbors that stay underneath me in that duplex. So it makes all of the sense for me to walk 3 minutes from my apartment and sit at the playground. You get what I'm saying? And I'm alone. I'm a woman and I'm alone. So it makes the most sense. Okay? But they just rolled through. They act like it. But when they swooped in, you would have had to see them swoop in. You would have thought something was up and someone called. But because this is all covert activity and these are all agencies, you know, they do things to satisfy and relieve one another, okay? So just even the cops even surfacing means that a ton of fucking lies were told on me covertly. Like they tried to dog walk me covertly, okay? Whereas in reality, didn't shit take place. And so when I see them pulling, I finish my little Fosters or whatever, and I put this black and mild, you know, like it's right where they can see it anyhow. You know, I don't have to move or situate. I don't got to do nothing. And I'm waiting on them to come and approach me because I got a mouthful. Like, you should find them odd. They're paranoid. Why don't you pink slip them for doing some shit like that? I don't like having encounters with y'all. I hate the motherfucking police. Why don't you go pink slip them? Bothering me. But anyhow, nothing became of it. That's what it was. Today is it's now the 5th of August, 2021. And that's how the day has started. I'll go home in a little bit. And I gotta be up early. I hope they don't sedate me in the morning, because that's how it normally goes.